Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hey, Victoria. Welcome
Hello,
to Spilling the Tea on Real Estate. I am the one and only Lana Realtor Diva.
and I'm Victoria Garay. We are both Illinois licensed realtors with Exit Strategy Realty in Chicago.
So, guys, this coming weekend is supposed to be total rain and nasty, but I hope everybody can get some rest or take care of in-house stuff. But we've been trying to work on a little life-work balance ourselves, right, Victoria?
Yes,
So
finally.
she got some time with family. I got some time on a little getaway. So I think things are good for the summer in Chicago, one of my favorite places to be.
Yes, it was so nice to be out and about and for people to just be able to comfortably get together again. Of course, respecting each other's distance, but just still with the nice weather, you have way more options on things to do. So that was great. But the market is still booming, so we had to get right back to work.
Right. I came right back showing property and lucked out and finally found a client, a place that we went under contract this weekend. Thank God. She's been looking at so many places. I think we put in 3 to 4 offers before, which is actually a low number, right, guys? Like, that's not that high of a number. 3 to 4 is probably kind of a good number. And we probably looked at 100 things, okay? Don't ask me how many.
Yes. So just another reminder, if you're looking for property right now, whether using us or a different agent, just talk to your agent, stay engaged with them to find out, just updates about the market, what you can expect. Because right now it can be really exhausting for buyers, and especially if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So, and it's different depending on the type of property you're looking for and the areas that you're looking in. So just make sure you have that conversation with your agent, and then you have to have like refresh every so often and see if there's any updates because things are moving really quickly these days.
Yes, so after we had this great training with CORE with Kendra Cook, if you guys are in real estate and you're watching us, you know about that. But I learned that I'm going to really start trying to come to you guys on Zooms and in person now that we can get together and discuss the market with you guys so you understand ahead of time what we're up against, right? So this market is way different than what your parents had dealt with 30 years ago or even before COVID, right? So it's really great if you would contact Don Meadows, our sponsor, and talk to him about what is your buying power? How much do you have to spend? We're not going to make you spend the most. But what we will do is we know what your power is in case we have to go over list, which when I'm talking to you right now, you got to go over list. That's just where it is right now. If we're in multiple offers, that's probably what's going to happen. And so you can discuss like what price point you could be at to be competitive, and we'll know how much money you have. So Don has so many different options that that's one of the reasons why we're so happy to have him as a sponsor. And you guys can talk about which one fits into your life.
Yes. So the link that we always share with you, bit.ly/spilling money, that's where you can go to get his handouts, and his information is on those as well. And then if you've missed any of our previous episodes, every week there's a different discussion. So please go back and check. You can find us on our Facebook pages, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And while you're at our YouTube pages, go ahead and subscribe for us. We're both kind of just starting to build out those YouTube pages so we can appreciate the support.
Yeah, what do we say? What do we say? Like ding? I always ask this. Is it like look below, ding, subscribe to me, whatever the lingo is? Do all of that because we want to be big like somebody else, and so that we could get a real channel on there all the time. Like, doesn't it get bigger? Or there's some greater things that can happen, right? So help us.
Right.
Okay, guys. So very interesting guest today, and it's a the owner of the company is actually a woman named Baxtie. She was a real estate agent before, and she's flipped homes, and she's a woman of color, which I think is cool to support her business as we are in the business like that. She's also I'm just really honored to have her here, but we aren't going to have her. Sorry for the deflation moment, but we're going to have someone just as good because he works for her, and the reason she's not here is because they're booming and they're so busy, and she had to step in because they've had so much going on. But we have one of her great people that work with her, And so we are still lucky to say we have the topic for you today. I'm not going to disappoint you in that. Um, and so I am thrilled, as I was saying before, to have anyone from her company here because inspections are a very important part of the deal.
Yes, so I'm excited to talk to them also. This is a company that I do use myself, so it will be nice to get some of those general questions that I get all the time answered directly from them for you guys. So that's exciting. But first, we're going to talk to you about this week's Hot Market Report, and we're going to be all about Lincoln Park.
Ooh, Lincoln Park, y'all. Yes. So that's a great place to go in the summer for sure. Chicago Summer Lincoln Park. We know that neighborhood has so much to offer. It is one of the areas that has like warehouse lofts all the way up to single family homes. And we know some look like kind of like mini mansions over there. Um, it is so many great green spaces. I think Lincoln Park has one of the most areas of green space that you can visit. One being Lincoln Park Zoo. Oh my God.
Mm,
Like it's
of
free if you guys
course.
don't know that. Take your kids there. I went as a kid and thought my uncle owned the zoo because he lived like across the way. So I would tell school that my uncle owned the zoo because it was in his backyard. I didn't grow up here, guys, so I didn't know my uncle didn't own the zoo. But that's free, so take your kids there. It's a great zoo. I may even go this year. I haven't been for years. We might need to make that as some of our life work balance day.
We
Okay?
should. It's been a while for me too.
Yeah. And so also, if you guys didn't know, you know, the restaurants are amazing. You can walk around and shop. You can walk around, shop, go to the club, and come back out and go to a restaurant. Um, but what I didn't know that's very interesting in this area is that the population is like 68,697. And what's interesting is it increases by 10,000 during the day. So that just shows how much that infrastructure, if you guys are in commercial, that's somewhere you want to go because they're coming into that area to shop, to work, to buy, to eat, to enjoy the green space. That's almost like more than probably where I grew up. That's a big number.
So I did see that the average rent in that area is $1,825 compared to the average of all of Chicago, which is $1,908. So that just gives you an idea of the pricing. It just seemed lately when I've been looking for people, it does seem like lately it's been going higher than that. So we'll have to see. Some areas still may be cheaper to buy than rent, but it can be pricey.
Yeah, so I don't know, Victoria, that seems like a big debate to me because um, some people would say it might be cheaper to buy than to rent, but at those prices, it might not because the property in that area, the median prices are 650. So I think that rent price is probably a little higher. But another thing is if you're deciding that you might want to sell in that area, the prices are great, but it does take about 65 days to sell, which seems to us a little bit longer than what I've been seeing on the south side. But when you're looking for a buyer for 650 and above, probably why it may take a little longer.
Yes. So that brings us to our listing pick of the week that we have to thank Joshua Berngard for our office for allowing us to show this Lincoln Park penthouse. It's a great, great condo. Oh, look at we're starting outside. So lots of outside space, which is always something I look for, of course. We have the open concept here with the kitchen and living space. So this is pretty spacious, especially when you're thinking about this area. Down the halls are the bathrooms and bedrooms. They have this one set up with their exercise equipment, which I need to do myself.
Oh, yeah. I don't have space for that, unfortunately.
That's the reason.
Yeah, that's the reason.
And then we have the master bedroom. Of course, oh, looks like built-in shelving here. So I love how spacious everything is. And of course, the closet there to the right and the
Ooh,
bathroom.
bathroom has two sinks. That's nice.
Yes.
So, guys, from my research, that's a corner unit. So, corner units are the best because you get the most space. Um, If you guys have questions about anything we've talked about so far or about this property, of course we can get you in. That outdoor space is something to really be thankful for. That looked great. And I don't know what you disliked or liked about it, but we would love to give some feedback to our coworker, uh, Joshua. So if you guys have any thoughts, please put them below. We want to see what you're saying. Talk to us. We want to know, are you out there? Are you guys out there? We want to know. So, also, this is listed by our great friend at Exit, and he has other amazing properties too. So, we can always talk to him about anywhere you might be looking for up north. And also, you could find out about the great program that Don Meadows may have for you. And he, again, is our sponsor. Just want to make sure you guys know that he's been sponsoring the last few weeks. And I just wanted to let you guys know a tip. We just had an event. If y'all missed it, shame on you. It was great. So we had an investment uh like get together, workshop, whatever you want to call it. And is it called Wild Blossom was where we were at? I always get it wrong.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it is so clean. That was a great comment. It is super clean, that place, and the paint colors were great too. So that's cool.
Yes.
Thanks for your comment. So I just wanted you guys to know the tip is that if you want to invest and you need money down, you can pull from your current home and you can use that equity to buy other property. So that's the beginning of the tip. To explain it further, please talk to Don, and you guys can go to that bit.ly link that we've been putting out here for you guys week after week after week. That's also how you join the raffle, and that will get you guys the information, okay?
Yes, and if you do go to the link, the bit.ly/spilling money, we'll also add you to the list for the future events that we do. We had a great turnout. It was a great event, and I'm sure a lot of more people could have benefited from that information.
Definitely. Definitely. And where does it come from that we recap it for you maybe here on Spilling the Tea on Real Estate. And that's where you get these tips. So keep watching and share us and go to our YouTube page, please, and thank you. So guys, now it's exciting. We will be hearing from Devin. And somebody came to our yes, thank you for saying our event was amazing. That gives us so much joy and warms my heart. Thank you. That's why we put in this hard work. So when we get these great comments, and we did get a lot of wonderful feedback from that. I am trying to see if we can maybe do that again. Keep tuned or stay tuned, guys. But we want to hear from Devin, and he works with Chicago Home Inspectors. And I've had him do homes for me, so I already know Devin, but you guys are going to get to meet him today. And I just wanted to make a comment that I didn't say before. The owner of this company is working in a male dominated company. Like inspections, we usually always see males. So to know that somebody owning it is a female is really kind of cool. But her support is here today, and he's going to talk to us about some of the things you need to know for inspection.
And I want to make a quick correction. I believe it's City Home Inspectors.
But we can sorry.
Welcome. No, I just don't want to confuse anyone, but we'll welcome Devin to our show now. I know he's very busy, as all of these inspectors are these days. So welcome, and thank you so much for joining us. It's really nice to see you here. I know we don't always see each other. Sometimes we cover other people's inspections. Everything's so hectic in real estate these days. So we're glad you were able to join us on such short notice.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yes. So can you start out by clarifying what you do? Because we often have buyers that are very confused about like what home inspections are, what home warranty is, home insurance. They all get those three kind of confused. So we want you to explain what is exactly like the home inspection like definition process and why it's important to have one.
Definitely, of course, no problem. Well, a home inspection is we come and we check out the major components of the home, and then we document any deficiencies that we might see. Also, at our company, we like to give some recommendations that might help the buyer later on, or to move into the new home, because the transition is it's a very hectic thing, and a lot of people get nervous. So we try our best at the company to to help them, just to make sure that they feel better moving into their new home. Um, but yeah, pretty much just checking major components, making sure everything works, and just seeing how everything is.
So on major component, when you say major components, what does that include?
Well, usually we look at the roof structure, the foundation of the home. We check water pressure, mechanicals, your furnace, your AC unit, your water heater. Um, Also, we check for any safety hazards. Also, we check the garage. Um, some things that people, usually like to ask us are, um, we don't look at sheds and things like that, but we make sure that, those components that we do look at are working at their best possible capabilities.
And one I don't think that you mentioned, you do electrical too, right? You check
Oh,
electrical stuff.
yes, yes, we do check the electrical. We check the electrical panel. That's something that we go very in depth with. We actually take off the front cover panel of the main electrical panel and to check if all the connections are proper, the wiring, to see how the breakers look or fuses, and make sure that there are no potential safety hazards in there.
Right.
Okay, so we know that your reports are very, very detailed and can be very long and overwhelming to a new buyer, right?
And
So can you give,
daunting, daunting, I think is the word sometimes.
even when it's a property that doesn't have, a lot of major things, or if it's like a newly done property, sometimes it's still overwhelming. So can you give any tips to our viewers when they're like looking over the inspection report, or
Mhm.
what they can even expect from the inspection report?
Well, the inspection report, it goes over everything. It goes over everything from the major things that we see, even down to some of the cosmetic things that we see. And it is very long. Um, what I like to tell clients is don't be afraid. Just sit down and just really look at it, read it, understand it. Um, you're right, it is a little intimidating, but once you start to kind of move your way down it, it becomes more bearable and you start to understand what's really going on with the home. In our reports, we usually include pictures or videos to help explain what's going on. So yeah,
Okay.
that's what I've seen so far.
Okay, and then this is one of, I guess I would say, one of the few fees that the buyer is going to pay for outside of the closing.
Hmm.
So we always like to give people to be prepared about what they do have to pay. I know it varies from property to property, but can you give
Hmm.
us like a range, an idea of what it costs for maybe a 3-bed, 2-bath, single family house?
Of course, definitely. Well, our prices usually range from 325 and up. I believe for you said a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom.
Yes.
That's probably somewhere around 450. Um, 450, yeah, would probably be that's our pretty much base price for a single family home. The 325 price point is more for condos and then move up to townhomes. We also, take care of multi-units too and commercial.
Okay, great, great. We're not holding you to any prices. We just want to give people an idea of, about how much they're expected to pay and just let them know that that is to be paid the day of the inspection, just because so many of the other costs are then bundled in at the end and just taken care of at that one time. So thank you for that information.
No, of course, definitely, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, so before you go, guys, the viewers, if you're out there, and see some of you are, please post your questions below. Let's get them answered so that, how soon are the reports readily available for the consumer? Oh, that's good because we're all under this time crunch all the time. So how long does it
Um,
usually take for you to get a report? I know you did one this morning, right
mhm.
before you jumped in on us, you did an inspection. How long will it take for you to get that report back to them?
Well, usually I know some home inspectors usually take day, 2 days to get the reports out. At City Home inspectors, we like to pride ourselves on how fast we get the reports out. Um, Usually it's a couple hours. Um, Most of the time, you will get your report the same day of the inspection.
Oh, great.
That's cool. And a part that I like about what you guys do is right after they send you a text to ask us if we have questions, Then after that, you guys offer what is it called? It's something that follows the buyer forever,
Oh,
and
the
they could put
binder.
the binder. Yes, that's a good addition that you guys have that some don't.
Yes, it is very nice addition that we did add. Unfortunately, we're not doing that now anymore. To we've actually switched over to including termite inspections with our regular base price. A lot of inspectors really they're not certified to check for that, and they make it an additional cost to come out and look for termites. We're moving to include that in our just base model for inspections, so we can make sure that when you use us, you're going to be comfortable buying that home.
I
Look at
like
that,
that.
guys. Now I know there's agents out here watching right now, and to hear that that is included and no extra fee, look at that.
Okay,
See, coming
okay.
to you live from spilling the tea.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I don't think we had any other questions that we saw, but if you guys do, we can always give you information on how to contact city home inspectors. And what should they do if they want to set up with an inspection with you guys? What do they contact? Is there a phone number? Do they go on this online link?
Well, you can contact us both ways, and there's two ways to schedule. We have a call center set up to take care of any incoming calls, and if anybody wants to set up an inspection. Also, we have our website, www.cityhomeinspectors.net, or if you can type into Google City Home Inspectors, you should see us. You'll probably see my gorgeous face on there along with Baxtie as well, and you'll know.
Cool. That's great. Okay, well, thank you so much. We don't want to keep you from probably five other inspections today. So we will thank you for coming out.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Talk to you soon.
Bye bye. Great, right? Great information.
Yes, always good for new updates. I didn't know that about the termite inspection, so that was a good addition. I have to keep
I
that in
did
mind.
I did not know that. And I know that more and more people have been asking me about that. So that's cool. Um, so we want to remind you guys that we have a raffle that is not done today, but is the Friday after next. And you all can get in the raffle now, and you really want to get in this raffle because this is a great sponsor, okay? It is Shine Nail Lab, and she is so awesome. Oh my gosh. I won't know if I could tell her secret, but I will tell you this about her. If anybody doesn't know Erica, Erica came from Seattle to Chicago, and she goes back and forth and does nails, and she does them to the stars, okay? I won't say what stars, but I'm one of the stars
Oh, of
here.
course. Of course. Of course.
I'm one of the stars right here with you, right here. But some other stars are a little paid a little higher than me. She does them too on some shows that are right here in Chicago. Just want to say that. Okay. But anyway, she also has moved over to teaching the kids and providing some great stuff for the community. She's located in South Shore, and I go boxing there. If you guys have seen me with my boxing live, which you haven't seen lately because after that pneumonia, I had to take a step back. Now that my lungs are better, I just have been lazy. So I will be going back soon, probably next Saturday. That's another bonus. But she also does nails that kids can learn how to make their own nails. And I think they have to start out at age 8. Is that what I told you, Victoria? Was it 8?
Yes.
I wanted to put your niece in because she's like 5 going on 50, but she's not old enough. So that's going to be the prize. So you guys make sure you sign up at that bit.ly link, bit.ly/billing with a big S, money, big M. And then you too can get in the raffle and get the great information.
Yes, that is so cool. So we're excited for that. Like, we want to see the results of this. So go ahead, get in that raffle, and then send us pictures of your kids after they have their nails done. That'll be so cute.
Oh my gosh! And where can you do it? On all of our pages. That's what you can do.
Yes.
We would love to
Okay.
see it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get to our tea this week.
Ah!
So
You guys want to stay on for this tea because it's almost not believable. Okay, we're spilling it right here.
This tea time is scary. Scary. Like the stuff of nightmares, especially if you're in real estate, you're an agent or a property owner. This is crazy. It's a nightmare listing that we found. We saw it in the news, so it's not our listing. It was located in Colorado, and we've been seeing it shared again lately. It seems like it was shared last year, and then it's come back on the market, and it's a mess.
It is indeed a mess. It's some strange tea we got here, guys. Like our tea has usually been pretty informative. This is like Halloween type tea. Like it's kind of freaky. And this home definitely would not pass home inspection. Or wait a minute. Now that I'm thinking about it, you guys check it out. Our agents that happen to be watching, let us know what you think because would it pass? Think about what he said. Would it pass when you're looking at this video? But let's check it out and let us know what you think below if it would or would not pass a home inspection.
Yes, we couldn't even do justice describing it, so we're going to go ahead and play that video for you. It's a 7-minute video, but this is just a little clip.
Overwhelming smell as you open the front door. There was human and animal feces left in the living room to greet you as you walk in. I felt like I'd stepped into the twilight zone as I looked around and couldn't find a visible surface that hadn't been spray painted with vulgarities. In addition,
Yeah, so
Wow.
guys, that's just like a little small clip of what really went on. And then if you read the article, they said there was cat pee all in the carpet. I mean, they had many animals, from what I understand, poop everywhere. There was a part about the meat in the refrigerator. They let it sit and they turned off the fridge. And
Mhm.
then the smell she was saying was like body. That's horrible. And this is what goes on. This was because someone was evicted. Like you didn't pay your money and then you do this to someone's house. And there was a property management company. And they had court order to let them back in to get their items because the sheriff didn't put the stuff on the street. But guess what? If you're a property manager, you should not have left that place when you let them get their items because then look what happened. It's so sad and crazy. Um, I cannot believe it, but if you look at it, that's all cosmetic damage. And I don't know if anybody's watching us from other states. So I have to be serious and I have to be like legally in Illinois though, in our contract, if it's cosmetic, the seller doesn't have to fix it. So if the pipes were working and the electricity's on, I guess they might not have had to do anything about all of that stuff. You would buy that house pretty much as it is, I think.
Yes, so that's bothersome tea if you are a landlord or thinking about being a landlord. But we think that's really a rare and extreme case. So we're not trying
Right.
to discourage you from
No,
investing in property.
no,
So
no.
that's just one of those extreme examples that we're like, oh, we have to share this with people to see. Like, we never really see anything like that happen.
Yeah, guys. So that was Debbie Downer, but guess what? It's okay because you're going to get to find out that we're going to be back in 2 weeks with some more tea. So I'm sure that'll make it upbeat from that conversation. But if you have questions or comments about it, please put it below. We want to hear what you say. And we want to remind you about the raffle. Make sure you do that with Shine Nail Lab as our sponsor. And I want to thank you guys for entering, all of those that have done the raffles before. If you haven't received your stuff, it's coming to you soon. We're going to get on that. And if you guys need that information, make sure you do that link. And all the programs that you're interested in that we've been talking about will be there.
Yes, so always feel free to contact us if you have any questions. And even if you have topics that you want us to discuss on the show, we're definitely open to ideas. So go ahead and send us any ideas that you have for different topics or guests that you think might be interesting. And make sure you follow us on our pages, subscribe to our YouTube. We thank you again for all of your support. So thank you for tuning in to us.
Be safe, be great, be well.
Wait.
Victoria, where is everyone going? Is everyone leaving?
Yes, Lana. The show's over.
But wait, I have more to say. Is my mic still on? Can they hear me? What if they have more questions?
Well, they can always contact us.
How? How will they reach us after this show?
If you have any questions, our contact information is on the screen. Otherwise, we'll see you again in a couple weeks.